All right, today is February 1st, 2024. I'm here at Sharp Customs with my friend Marcus Fernandez and one of his new employees. How long have you worked here, Guillermo? You're newer, of course.
About 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
It's not bad. Well, 4 years.
Yeah,
I haven't been here since like
Goes by
COVID.
quick.
Well, it's like 4 years with COVID and so forth. So we're dropping this off. These are hubcaps that I need to get done for Amelia for the Grantham Stardust and David DeLuca, and they're in really nice shape. But we're gonna try something different with these. We're gonna powder coat them. And Marcus and his staff and family staff have been powder coating for years, stuff on the shark and wildfires and so forth. So in this case, we've already pulled off the spinner on it, and these were not high end; these were accessory caps. But is something like this, like you're gonna try to get the screws off. The screws themselves are all rusted, and if they break off, it's not a big deal. You just drill them. But these were not high dollar caps, but they were all the rage from 1952 to 55, because everyone wanted wire wheels or wire wheel hubcaps. The question is, how difficult are these going to be? Are you going to sandblast these, or how do you prep them?
We're going to
Because
do chrome and clear on them, so we're going to blast them.
Okay.
And then shoot a chrome and then a clear coat on top.
Is any of this rusty or problems? Like here, this is a good part right here, but right next to it, does that even matter once you sandblast them or no?
We won't know till after the sandblasting is done, but it doesn't look too bad. The pitting doesn't look that bad, so I think they'll be okay. They're in really good shape.
Yeah, we've had some. Most of the ones
The
we
worst
have
is right here, but I think
Yeah.
we'll be good to go.
little dent here. We're not going to address those because I think, Guillermo, are there any dents in those out there too?
No,
Because that's actually nice. A lot of times they're
just a
beaten up
little
from.
bit right here and this one right here.
Yeah, that's not bad at
But
all.
that's not bad.
Not for 70 years, because these were
for
made.
70
They're
years,
really
that's
hard to
true.
find because over the years people would save wire wheel hubcaps that were for Packard or for
little
Cadillac,
bit.
but not accessories.
A little curb check here, but I mean, I think it'll look great. We'll sand it the best we can, try to even it out.
Yeah, and the hole here is good. This one's bent up a little bit. There's nothing to fix. You just shoot it as it is. Insides look pretty good too.
Yeah.
All right, so we're dropping off of the first. There's no rush, but when do you think? How long would it take to get it processed to get it done?
Usually something like this, like a week to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Depending on the workload. But right now, I'd say probably about a week. We'll get it back to
Okay, so in a week or 10 days, I'll come out and we'll shoot them again with Marcus and Guillermo, and
you. See the finished product.
we'll see what we get. So, hope you enjoy. Thanks, guys. All right, we're back at Sharp Customs. Today is February 7th, right?
Yep.
And we've got a younger version of Marcus this time, which is Abraham.
The oldest.
Abraham, I'm sorry?
The oldest. His oldest son.
Oh, oldest son, okay, because I know the whole family here. And then someone not in the family, but he's back, Guillermo, checking out our cool. Guillermo, you actually did the work on these?
Yeah, I shot him, and I did the sandblasting.
Well, you have to sandblast them first. So we're going to unwrap one on the camera. So you have to sandblast them, and it looks like it came out pretty good, but if you want to unwrap that one. Guillermo, you've been here a couple years, you said?
Yeah, been here like
Hey, Abraham, why don't you unwrap one too? Here, we'll just take two out.
it's like 4 years.
4 years? I remember when you were in the smaller building just next door.
Yeah.
The oven.
Expanded, man.
Oh my
Long
God.
time.
And Troy. I haven't seen Troy for a long time.
Yeah, Troy's doing his own thing now.
Like t-shirts and
Me
so
and
forth.
Austin. Yeah. Me and
Yeah.
Austin are still here.
Gotcha. They look beautiful to me. Well, look at
Not bad for what was he said, 53?
1953, 54, 55. 15-inch wire wheel hubcaps. Very few survive. It takes a long time to find a set. And the problem is, a lot of times they have rust because these are steel. The spokes are steel. This is stainless, but there are other than maybe stainless. Yeah, this would be stainless as well. Feel this, Rob. Feel how.
Oh, I can see.
I'm very happy with them because so often because they're not a Mark, they're not a Cadillac or a Packard or a Studebaker or something. No one kept them. These look actually beautiful.
Yeah. Don't laugh.
And these are going to go on the Grantham Stardust. So we've got another 100 sets of these. We're going to just start bringing them by every week for Take all your. I wish we had that many. We've got some in the car, but I'm very, very thankful for these. Now the spinners themselves, go ahead and unwrap. These are pot metal, and they never come out well. We actually have some that we've chromed, and so we'll put the chrome ones on that are good. You have to buy like 10 of these hubcaps to get 2 or 3 good spinners.
Wow.
And my financial maxim is never allows me to save too much money. But you can see now this is actually, you can see all the pot metal and all the pops and holes and some of the bubbling and so forth. And that's how they end up. But so chroming has worked better when they're in good shape. I've never been able to, for some reason, that pot metal, because this is not pot metal, that doesn't ever seem to powder coat as well.
No.
But this looks like chrome to me.
It's beautiful.
I'm absolutely shocked. So, guys, thank you much. We'll talk about prices off camera. Well, actually, this was about, we thought it was about 400 as we thought to do these. The sandblasting, I don't know if it's somewhere between 400 and 500. I don't think it's going to be less than that.
I think it'll be less. I'm not quite sure. Do you remember what that you guys quoted now?
I think we did.
It was like 100. I'm sorry?
Or 400 or something like that?
Yeah, that's what we talked about, but I need to make sure that that's still, sometimes it takes extra work, extra supplies and so forth, but that's a bargain in terms of being able to get this kind of finish. And this is all from Amelia Island, which is less than about 3 weeks away. So, guys, awesome. Abraham, Guimero, and our friend here, Robin, thank you much.
Thank you, man.
See ya.
We've got a lot of great previous work photos to share here. This is Rob, just as he's starting body work on the Grantham Stardust, just to give you some more background. Here it is from the front with the lower valence repaired in the beginning stages. Here's a side view where you can really appreciate how many angles this thing has. A rear view where those really weird, somewhat Frenched-in taillights are being covered over for something that's much more period appropriate. Those side marker lenses that are protruding out from the lower rear quarters should be going away as well, just to give it an overall more streamlined appearance. Here, Rob is trying to go through the various layers of paint to determine the past paint colors. We've got a couple areas of fiberglass repair that were a little bit more involved. You can see that this car was white at one point, so we're still optimistic that it very well could be the Johnny Dark Grantham Stardust, but we're still in the process of investigating that. Here's an idea of where our new windshield post bases are going to go. Here's Rob showing more of the damage that requires some repair. Rob is, in these photos, queuing up the door gaps here. He's getting everything really dialed in before final body and primer. This is just to give you an idea about how close and how clean we're getting these things before it gets shot. Looks like Rob is pretty far along in the process here, pretty well sanded down, a multitude of different colors, burgundy, looks like off-white, regular white, some gray primer, maybe even some yellow in there. So this thing certainly has had a life. Back to the front here, more body work, making progress on getting it smoothed out. There's Robin on the left from Toronto, a good friend of ours, and Rob on the right. These are the grills. So these are original Grantham grills. These are actually made out of brass. These are not reproductions. If we were to remake these, we would probably do them out of polished aluminum because even though the brass grills are really pretty, they weigh a ton, which is kind of running counter to the whole point of making these sports cars as light as possible. Here are the recast windshield bases that we had done. They're done out of aluminum and polished. This gives you an idea of what the script will look like, and here's the actual final product of that, from concept to actual three-dimensional piece that's going to go on the car. Here's an update just a short time later after Rob had completed the bodywork and put the car in its first coat of primer. And you can see exactly how close this is coming to the renderings. Get ready for that final coat of paint and the actual Tomahawk emblems and road racing number to be going up on the car very soon. And stay tuned for the next update when it's actually done.